nobody's going to vote for this year. It's Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah, exactly. There's some big news happening there in Pittsburgh. Exactly. Well, Tuesday's deadline came and went without Le'Veon Bell signing his franchise tag, the move sealing his fate, not just for this season, but likely beyond as well. The Steelers can still place the transition tag on Bell starting February 19th. Now, Bell foregoing nearly $14.5 million this season by not signing that franchise tag. It's likely Bell's time with the Steelers is over, even though they will have the ability to match any offer he receives if they decide to use the transition tag on him. Bell's replacement, James Conner, meanwhile, still in concussion protocol. Head coach Mike Tomlin telling reporters Conner will get a chance to practice today, which in turn, Tomlin says will, quote, lay those discussions to bed. 9 games thus far, Conner has 11 touchdowns with 771 yards on the ground and 387 yards through the air. Texans receiver Keke Coutee says there is a, quote, high possibility he will play against the Redskins on Sunday. He's missed the last 2 games before the bye week with a hamstring injury. His head coach, Bill O'Brien, also feeling confident Coutee will return, saying he's headed in the right direction. Yes, Keke, we love you. On Monday, the Eagles hosting an event to raise money and fill holiday gift bags for 2 local charities. All the items were donated by the wives of Eagles players and coaches to help Laurel House and Philadelphia Children's Alliance, which make it their missions to end domestic violence and promote healing for children who experience abuse in the household. And anytime there is some good in the community, we like to spotlight it. There's a lot of stories out there. We'll try to do it one at a time. But friend of the show, Jordan Mailata, was there hanging out, doing his part.
He's like 2 of me. He's like, if I stood on my head and there was another one of me, I'm still shorter than Jordan Mailata.
And the man is big. Yes, he is.
Monstar, if you
yes, he
want
is.
to put it that way. Thanks so much, Will Subba. We'll talk to you in a little bit. Thanks for keeping us updated on everything going on as we look forward to the Seahawks and Packers on this very network on Thursday Night Football. Let's talk Eagles. Coming off a loss to the Cowboys, it doesn't really get any easier. They head to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome Sunday to take on the Red Hot Saints. Yeah, here's what Philly's defensive coordinator, Jim Schwartz, had to say about Drew Brees and this offense. Take a look.
When I was a kid, if a quarterback completed 50% of his passes, that was considered pretty good. If he had as many touchdown passes as interceptions, that was considered playing pretty good quarterback. And then it started becoming you need to throw twice as many touchdowns as interceptions, and then you need to complete 60% of your passes. And now pretty much everybody is like near that 70%. I mean, he's close to 80. He's 77 point something. How about 21-1 touchdown interception? Is that the new? I mean, he's made those things the new standards. Extremely accurate quarterback, smart, knows where to go with the ball, still has good mobility, can buy time. We certainly have our work cut out for him, and he's got good players around him. And they're also, I think it's maybe lost in the fact that he's played at such a high level. They're a very good run team also. Ingram, Kamara, doesn't matter who they hand the ball off to. They've been a very consistent run team, a very good offensive line. There's a reason that they're the number one scoring offense in the NFL. And I dare anybody to say that they're the 7th best or the 8th best. Everybody that charts yards allowed and yards gained and everything else. It's points business, and they're putting up points like nobody else.
Schwartz on a roll there. Well, if the playoffs started today, the defending champion Eagles would be on the outs looking in. They're in the window. They're peeking. They're like, what's going on in there? They're just outside the club, maybe a little bit at the kids' table, if you will. But let's take a look at the NFC. Shriggs, what are you looking at here?
I'm looking at the In the Hunt. A lot of notable teams that we thought would be in the playoffs are hanging around in that In the Hunt section.
Here's the AFC right here.
My favorite section. I love that right column.
Look at those Bengals, though.
They're in still.
Always in the conversation.
Yeah, for now. See.
For now.
Looking at those Colts sitting there right at the end at 4-5 and looking good. Of the teams currently in that column, Kyle's favorite column, who do you believe will move over to the left side when all is said or done? Who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
Lesson.
So it's the teams that are in the hunt. So I'm looking at a team that's on the hunt. How about the Tennessee Titans? They're 5-4, a game above 500. And more importantly, though, They're 2-0 within their division. And we know how those division games, they start to matter this time of the year, November and December. And then most recently outing, they didn't go out and just have a pretty good game up against the Patriots. They smacked up the Patriots, and they showed this side that we didn't know that they had. We thought this was going to be a power-running team. Mariota struggles a little bit because he can't stay healthy. His hand's a little banged up. Is he a true passer? Look at this highlight right here. That's one of the most beautiful balls of the season. Forget about last weekend. So if they can do this, have trick plays, along with the passing game, along with the offense that's playing at a high level, I feel like this is a team that could be hunting to get into the conversation.
They've beaten both the Eagles and the Patriots.
Number one defense in the league.
And the two teams that played in the Super Bowl last year, so the Titans are not to be messed with. I'm going to say the Packers just because I need to see them Thursday night. If they win, they're suddenly right back in this thing, and they're in the hunt. And, Vikings, has Kirk Cousins ever won a big game in his career? I'm not sure. Bears, has Mitchell Trubisky played in a big game in his career? I'm not sure. And I wouldn't count out Aaron Rodgers. That's it. I mean, the Packers to me are that. And that Jim Schwartz clip probably still is going, but I don't see the Eagles. I mean, Jim Schwartz just talked for 7 minutes on the show, and I don't know if the Eagles have 7 minutes left in them because they didn't look the part on Sunday night at home against the Cowboys. So I can't say Eagles. I'm going Packers.
I will say this. They have 2 games left on the schedule, Peter, against winning teams, and it's 2 teams that they can make ground up on. It's the Vikings and the Bears.
We're going to have a show, guys, on Monday, December 31st after Week 17.
Yes.
I want to play this clip right now.
Yeah.
Save it. The Indianapolis Colts are in the playoffs. I told you back in November, you can play it. I can look like an idiot. The Steadicam's behind me, or I can look brilliant. Nate, the only real competition they have right now, I think, for that last wild card spot is the Tennessee Titans. Andrew Luck has played the Titans 9 times in his career. How many times has he lost? 0. He has never lost to the Titans. The Bengals are fading. Andrew Luck hasn't been sacked in a month. He hasn't lost in a month. And I think the Colts are going to the playoffs. Play it December 31st. I guarantee it.
All right. 3 times in his 5 years there when he's healthy out there making it happen.